Welcome, guys. This is my first ever random flesh tuber white boy trying to go do some drama coverage over here because I don't know what the hell is going on and I haven't invested. We're on the T. This is maybe YouTube. I should throw some stuff on my second channel. I'm sure some random person like subbed for some PS5 stuff 3 years ago and they're like, what the hell is going on this channel? Just sit back, relax. We got some crazy weird ass drama going on over here where we have like 5 VTubers. If you don't know what a VTuber is, it's like cutesy ladies that like have models and they got like bouncy booba and stuff. Crazy stuff. We're doing it live on Twitch because why not? And at this point, dude, the high level T from what people are saying, this is not my opinion, I'm objective, I'm not even a VTuber, I'm just kind of here as we have random Undertale music in the background. So apparently this SINDER girl, high level stuff, huge streamer, like hundreds of thousands of viewers. I might be a VTuber at some point, good call. And she's like a flaming fox VTuber. The high level is that she was being an up to no good. She was sending some DMs out to artists trying to go and, you know, do random stuff. They're trying to go and like lock them on in. You can only work with us. This other person's horrible. Like they're just bad people. They're copying us all the time. Don't work with them. Only work with us. We're not going to give you extra money though. You just don't have to turn down that extra money. You're a freelance artist. You know, you got to go and pick and choose. You want to stick with us or them. They basically made them have to draw a line. And they call them on out because they didn't feel right. And then apparently there is even more gossip where all these other people, they're basically a bunch of fake friends, calling them on out. It's crazy. Literally crazy. Virtual soft puppets are cute, but the next VTuber is gonna be even better. Just saying. So this is like the ongoing drama, dude. I am not a bottom. Definitely still not a bottom. So the ongoing drama has been happening all throughout today. And I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you guys, dude. I was kind of in on this. I definitely, I sent out some tweets. I don't say I was involved at all per se, but the very first ever messages over here, if I could try to go and find them, is right over here from Nanoless. This is basically the VTuber artist over here, okay? Don't mind if anyone's muted on top of this, some of the drama stuff. Basically, starting this on off, where? Let me a deep dive. Chime on in whenever you guys want to. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'm looking at both. So basically, they went, I'm gonna maybe paraphrase some of the stuff to kind of get it through. There is a lot, but like, it's entertaining if you lock on in for it. They want to go and share. Okay, I got time to. You deserved. I want to share my experience with SINDER and Red manipulating me. For context, SINDER is a VTuber, YouTuber, popular lady. Red, I'm not sure if Red is their real name or they're just using that as redacted. Because a lot of their messages always just have it as just redacted. So it might just be Red as redacted. That's what I'm guessing. Saying they were dragging me into drama while sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people. These are all the biggest VTubers, okay? This is like Logan Paul and like, I don't know, like FaZe Banks or something. I don't know a good reference. It's like Mr. Beast and like KSI having drama. I have no idea, dude. Those are all the big boys. So basically, they were basically saying that they were like best friends, you know? They always thought they were cool out in public. But they're not only just calling out SINDER, saying I'm never going to work with this girl ever again, but they had to share what they endured over the years and shed light on what she's been doing behind people's backs to protect artists and friends that may be experiencing something similar. That they had a lot of issues around this document, they felt overwhelmed, but they just were like, I got to do this, dude. And it's basically saying, note, and this is, pay attention to this, like I'm giving you guys I guess the baseline for this. Based on working with Redacted, so basically Red, which this actually came out, we'll get to this, is actually the SINDER's boyfriend, dude. So for some odd reason, this guy, you guys are gonna go and see throughout this drama, who was the manager, quote unquote, another VTuber called them out and said that they were actually low-key dating. And they switched it up a few years ago to most likely far more parasocial viewers. Because if you're a VTuber, it's better to be single. And there's a lot of VTubers I know that have boyfriends on the low-low and even husbands on the low-low, which I think is fine if you want to keep that low-key. But my hot take is I don't really like that because then you kind of get like a bunch. I mean, if it's cool with the couple, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Do it. But then I kind of feel like if you hide that you're with someone, not that they are entitled to it, and that's totally fine. Like, it's, you just want to play a character. No one needs to know. But I usually have had actually very bad vibes if someone intentionally hides their significant others. I've had women who have tried to emotionally cheat with me. With it, not a good vibe, not cool. I've also had people then like flirt with people and they're like, hey, I'm just flirty by nature. And then they're married. Like, you can see where it can kind of get a little bit weird with parasocials and all that type of stuff. Oh, also, she apparently also cheated on this guy too as well. Like, we're gonna get to all this. There's a lot. Like, it's a deep dive for a reason. There's a lot going on. But basically, it just depends on the vibe. Not everyone's entitled to your opinion, and not everyone's entitled to know if you're dating someone or not, but I do think it's weird if there's like an overlap. You try to hide it, try to get more money or donations for it. It's how you do it. If you do it right, it's fine. If you do it wrong, I think it's bad. That's just my hot take for it. Basically, she said that all these messages that this manager guy, this red guy, she basically knew, she understood everything, and there's no reason for that they would not, you know, not understand this. So that's about it. So anyway, they start off saying for this one, this woman, by the way, is a VTuber model maker, very in demand, very popular. She's like up there saying, hey, I just want to understand it better. Especially because if I have to cancel on her. So basically these people, the bad people, Cinder and her boyfriend, were trying to go and be like, hey, don't work with these other people. They're copying us. They're not good people. There's drama. Don't do it. Because this person's a model person spending thousands of dollars and months of their time making and rigging everything. Yes, Nano is apparently really dope and really cool. Good vibes. Now that I've been making my own VTuber model, I understand how much effort and hard work it is and how much these artists out there have to do to make these good. So I have a special spot now in my art for all of this. Same with, like, you know, all my good friends. All my good friends are artists. I love them. So they're basically saying, hey, because they want them to cancel other famous VTubers models to work only with them. Saying, hey, I want to understand it better. Specifically, if I cancel her for the second time, like second model. Well, with blank, which we found out later on is COTTONTAIL and BAO. These other really popular, very well-respected women in the VTubing community. There's a lot of pre-context, but if you guys lock in, you guys will understand. She's given a lot of bias and priority at GS, like a group. Sometimes even over Cinder, his girlfriend, quote-unquote, the person he manages, quote-unquote. And we can't really confront them about it, and plus she's gone 3D lately, basically saying that, well, we just can't compete with them. BAO, who has been getting on our nerves for a while. Do you guys already kind of see where this is going to go? Like, this is horrible. This guy is like not a vibe. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've gotten to know her better being friends with her, but she really rubs us the wrong way with all the things she does. We want to try and safeguard our most important artists from her since she's already taken our editor. And I don't mean taken like he doesn't work with us anymore. He does. But he has to dedicate time for her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. Also, one of BAO's music video editors is the one that did Boss Rush music videos, just made music videos, whatever, and we're 90% sure that we told him not to do any more with us. But like, model art is the most important thing. There's the VTuber's entire image. So let me try to paraphrase some of this stuff. You guys are getting the vibe. This guy, this is absolutely drama for sure. I'm invested in this, so don't mind me. I was like fucking tweeting stuff. I was into it. This is crazy. They're basically trying to say like, hey, cancel working with this other person because we don't like them and they rub us the wrong way. They're basically being like, hey, we're trying to hijack them, like they're bad, dude. They recognize that our editor has the skills they want to pay them for their time. Crazy. I agree. I can understand like a little bit of pettiness of it. Like, let's say if someone completely works with someone else the entire time, like that's their prerogative. That can be annoying. I do understand that. But you are also never entitled to someone's time, efforts, talents, whatever it might be. If someone else is paying them more, or they treat them better, or maybe they have a better creative vision, or maybe just works better time-wise, whatever, you have to respect that. Especially on freelance, you have to understand that that's a big deal. This guy is trying to like be like, this person's a horrible person, never work with them. Oh, this is just some crazy petty VTuber drama. No, I don't mind this. Yeah, exclusivity is also possible at a price. And later on, they did try to go and bribe this woman to go work only with them, but they never offered them money. They never offered them money. So it's annoying. This person's like, hey, we'll just keep working with you. I already gave a too long delivery like 2 minutes ago. you'll basically just a bunch of petty stuff back and forth, but it's all like the biggest creators, so it's crazy. It's all like leaked out, and apparently this girl's like cheating on people now. Everything's coming out. No, what do you say, my you're fine, you're good. Thanks for saying, well, we love working with you. Cinder wouldn't be Cinder without Nano. But like you, let me tell you the tea. So this guy is just going and giving this girl gossip. I don't like when people do this. Sometimes I've done this throughout my years as a streamer, sure, but I don't like it when like you just randomly drop a bunch of like gossip and like, hey, this person sucks. Like, there's a time and place, you know? There's a time and place. I've definitely done this throughout the years, but like I feel like it's not good, but I've done it for sure. Basically, they're saying BAO had original songs last year that had music videos by her editor, and the songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon and was saying that he loved to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We managed to have him squeeze in the Boss Rush music video between his work with BAO. He said he loved working on it and is super excited to work on my next music project. The Boss Rush song blows up, and he's credited as the editor. I asked when he's free to do the next project, and all of a sudden he changes his mind and is only working with BAO going forward. No explanation. And this person's just awkward. They're like, what's going on here? There's some context missing since we know BAO is behind the scenes, but basically they're kind of just trying to go and like shit talk this BAO girl and be like, hey, this person's horrible. Like they're just assuming like BAO got mad that her editor did an original song and all these people didn't care about this or whatever it might be. They got locked up and no one knows can work with them. Like basically they're saying like, hey man, like they're just trying to go hit up everyone. They want to get these like models. They're trying to message you. They're trying to copy everything we're doing. It's so annoying. Bear in mind, this is the girl's boyfriend who's their manager, quote unquote. She has a way of guilt tripping people to get her way. Not like this man did not just try to go and drop an entire actual book over here trying to explain why this other person sucks and why they should only work with her. Exact same thing, just saying. Exact saying. And then they tried to make her go and start canceling stuff, being like, hey, did you cancel this stuff? Have you been doing this? What is going on? I'm scared to cancel my commission with another popular creator because rightfully so, dude. They're even saying I can give them a design for free. So this person's now working for free for no reason over here, having this guy go and try to make him start doing some exclusivity. So basically, I'll try to like paraphrase some of the stuff because there's a lot to go through. Is someone slandering BAO? Yes. And Shy Lily and COTTONTAIL. All the more beloved VTubers out there. Has to do with the VTuber named SINDER and her manager boyfriend blackballing, and apparently SINDER also cheating this man allegedly too. They're saying if we want to have some model exclusivity, what would you need to make that sustainable for you? Maybe you can share your ideas so I can check what I think, because it's probably going to cost a lot of money. This person's probably making good money making VTuber models. So they're saying, I asked for help from my friends. They don't know it's you, don't worry. So like a monthly fee. So basically being like, give me like $2,000 a month and I'll only work for you as like a job, like a salary job, which is what you'd want to do. Like basically hire me as an employee because we know you got money. You're a popular creator. You have a manager. You're doing sponsors. You own some of Gamer Subs. Like we know you got money. Give me like $2,000 a month or something. Sure. And then this is what they say back. Saying, well, I think the main things we're looking for are for you to not take any brand new model clients. Basically meaning like don't work. It was crazy, dude. And to not make any new models and outfits with blank ever again. This all kind of came out these last few days. You can still work with the models and outfits with all of your other existing babies, and your artwork comms wouldn't be affected. Easy, dude. It's Cotton, BAO, and Lily. Does borderline extortion like actually legal? This is, yes. So you guys are kind of, this is only the start, by the way. It gets a lot worse. Like there's cheating stuff and everything. It's kind of crazy. Every VTuber I know has been like up at the wall because this is like it gets worse. Like this is only the beginning. One of our concerns is that more nano babies mean nano models don't have the same value anymore. I want to highlight on this. I'm working on a VTuber model right now. If I ever would say that I understand the idea. If you have a lot of lookalikes, whatever, sure, I guess. Like I understand the logic of him playing devil's advocate, but that is very insulting towards your model artist. It's basically saying like your artwork that you made for me is less special. It's like you basically have like you have a Leonardo da Vinci and he makes 50 paintings. If he makes another one, does it make all the other 50 less? Not really, you know? Not really. And that's insulting to an artist because you're also the one with the ideas. You're the one with the reference. You're the one trying to make this stuff, you know? So if it doesn't feel as special, it's not good. But who would agree not to work? Well, that's the issue because these are all famous people with leverage. So imagine you have a content creator, like a power dynamic with like 500,000 followers, and they're like, don't work with anyone else. Some people would actually bend over backwards to make sure because they have this connection or the promotion or whatever it might be. The issue, though, is exactly when you have 3 different content creators all around the same size, like all very popular, a few thousand viewers, because at that point it gets very complicated, which is why it's very inappropriate to put pressure on a freelance artist to do this unless you want to give them money to make sure it's exclusive, you know? Nano models are expensive because they are highly detailed and high-end work. The number of them that are in the new world does not change the work from the model. Exactly. And I don't think having more of them worked because there will be more no matter what. Regardless, I don't think that makes their work worth less money. That's what to say. And yeah, they're like, hey, and second is that there are a few people that we'd just rather not be able to have a model from you. Basically gatekeeping who they can work with. Maybe not any new babies at all. So basically just don't make models for anyone else because it makes ours less special. But the thing is, they're not trying to give them any money for this. They're not trying to, like, they're basically just saying like, hey, yeah, you gatekeep my work when you pay me. Exactly. And that's what she asked. She was like, hey, give me a monthly fee. And the reason why I brought this all up is because there's a lot of buys with another one of our partners with certain creators. And we'd rather these creators not have what makes SINDER unique, which is your artwork. Like, do you understand how crazy this is? Like, if I ever said this to another person, unless there's justified reasons, and even the justified reasons has to be very, very hardcore for me to ever be able to go and say this. And basically, to paraphrase this, they're like, hey, you don't work with blank, blank, or blank. This is, I think, BAO, Cottontail, and Shy Lily. At all ever again, models or art as well. But think about this. They're basically saying, hey, we can just go and work with you. We can basically pay you to go and keep working with us, which would happen either way. Because she is someone who is in a very high in-demand object herself, you know? This is a lot for a VTuber world, but like, hear me out on this. Saying, and then they respond saying, hey, is there any way to add a little bit more money because they still ask for work? Basically saying this person is going to take money away from me too as well. We can do it like when this other person asks for art, you just tell them no. And then tell us to buy another art piece. Like, so you still get a job from this. I understand like where they're coming from, but it's just done wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand the logic because I've had people steal my stuff. I've had people like try to hit up people I've worked with. Like, it can get toxic, but there's like a certain like element to it, you know? And this is not it. Like, this is definitely not it. Yeah, this is very weird. Like, just like they're basically trying to bully them into doing it. And they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we just really love your work so much to make them feel bad also. Yeah, so they feel bad that they even would say no, dude. Like, this is like horrible. And then also they just keep on like insulting everyone. Like, I've done similar to this. I have to admit to it. I've done similar to this. But I feel like some of my justifications are slightly different. Like someone actually like provenly stealing from me, provenly like nefarious on me, like actually bad people. And like, it's different versus like me trying to lead into someone versus explaining like what happened, if that makes sense. Because this is like weird. Because all these other women thought that they were all just friends. Like, they were all fine. Like, they didn't know this ongoing. They didn't know there was drama, you know? Like, at least for my stuff, there was knowingly drama. Like, there was like legal issues from other people. Like, one of my artists had to sue another streamer, and I didn't want that streamer guy to steal more stuff from me because the artist literally had to go to court with them. Like, it's like a bigger deal. Like, I think most people don't understand, you know what I mean? This is all just people being petty as all heck. You know what I mean? If the artist says they're busy 5 times, people are going to stop asking. Giving them some money a few times doesn't make up for them losing clients. Exactly. Like, what about future stuff 5 years from now? What if like they like end off their deal? What if they stop work with them? Saying, do you have any more plans with Lily besides just the model, like outfits or merch? Which you probably shouldn't even say this in the first place too as well. This is like trying to find private information on a business, which this is like $1 million businesses for the VTuber world at this point. Her asking you for a model recently just made the antenna go up. She's been acting weird towards Cinder lately, and we don't know if there's something going on. So they don't know what's going on, so what's the point? So ever since the V car launch, it's all recent stuff too as well. Like dipping out of collabs they were both a part of in like, yeah, this is industrial espionage, which is why I think everyone's mad about this. And now ghosting her messages. Cinder's read her a couple times in the past week, and Lily wouldn't even acknowledge them, which apparently that's not true. They had a clip basically saying like, hey, Lily was just totally fine and cute with it, like they appreciate it or whatever. And then the same guy who was his boyfriend drops the I don't know, hate that we keep bringing you into drama. By the way, this person's like health, most of their responses are just a weird looking at you Pepe and saying, oh, that's weird. Like, bro, like, look, like imagine this response is just a Pepe staring at you, you know, and like just no one cares, dude. Like, oh my lord, have mercy. So is it just Cinder that you're doing these models outfits for? We'll have the updated demon list soon. Final arcade reference for you soon as it's finished. I have an outfit for other people planned too. As for blank, I got nothing new, but she always comes up with someone too as well. Do you know who is rigging this other person's model? So once again, it seems like these people are trying to find information on everyone, dude. Like, these are the people. This guy sounds parasocial as fuck. This guy sounds like a cuck because apparently he got cheated on. He's still with this girl, which is crazy, dude. If I get cheated on that end, dude, I'm out. Like, you cheat on me, I'm done forever, dude. I don't care. Like, you're garbage to me. And they're like, hey, sorry, just gotta stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artists, never a break. And they're just trying to find information on everyone else's stuff. Like, how about just go and ask them and be like, hey, is your queue gonna be full soon? How is your stuff? Like, sometimes I'll talk to Poacher and I hit up Poacher and I'm like, you know, hey man, like, how's it going? Like, hey bro, like, are you gonna be busy? How's stuff going on or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't know. Or like, if I bring up like Pasta, I'm friends with Pasta, like organically, so it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, just don't stress too much for all these side things. It's bad for balding. Gonna go bald now. Gonna keep you in the loop. The balding, no, you fool. I mean, I think he's just joking with this, but I didn't like how he said the all caps, no, you fool, dude. Yeah, I hope I have never. I mean, I'd almost expect you to tell me like, shut up. Like, I feel like you should be able to say that. I'd be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. It's like, you got to stay competitive even when we shouldn't have to. Like, it's crazy, dude. And even this artist is like, don't go too far on the competitiveness. It can get bad. You got to chill sometimes. And even when this person's trying to go and like read in between the line, by the way, this does get worse. Even he just says, hey, it's not us. And even the artist gives him the fucking sudge, you know, being like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, are you sure? Like, I just read all these comments over here, like, gotta stay competitive, even we shouldn't have to. I'm gonna go bald from all this stress. Hey, like, what's all these random updates? Hey, everything else, you know, what's going on over here? And even the artist is like, and this guy even kind of got a little defensive. He's like, hey, we aren't the one getting the model from the artist or the other GS owner out of the blue, and then ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. Oh yeah, this artist is, I like this person. Like this lady, if you guys are following the drama, I know it's a lot, but like this is some crazy stuff. They're invested in. So anyway, they were getting creeped out by this guy, the manager, which apparently was her boyfriend, which is crazy. This guy was overstepping hardcore. I didn't like this guy at all. So then they hit up the Cinder girl saying, hey, Cinder, I just want to say sorry. Like, this artist seems awesome. I just want to say sorry for stepping back on this exclusivity deal. Want to apologize personally to you since I've only talked about that with Red. But I don't want to be dragged on any personal issues like this. After all, like BAO, these other famous VTubers are still clients. It's making me anxious, destroys my mental to do this. Just want to know I love working with you and like the manager, but I understand if things don't work out. I just love my clients. Like, this artist seems phenomenal, dude. This artist seems great, dude. They're like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm getting anxiety over this. Like, I really want to work with you. Like, I would hug this artist too. Like, I feel so bad. I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push this on you, but it was really confusing going back and forth about it. Like, what's confusing? Like, they said their words pretty clearly. I just got compared with her a lot, even still today. I understand this complaints. I get this. And it's like still living in someone else's shadow. I get it. But you're also a multi-millionaire at this point. Just be happy. Like, you can make like a $500,000 being a VTuber. Like, I think most people would rather go be you than not. Just saying. I'm just saying, dude. Just saying. Which is one reason why Red asked about not making any more models for her, which you should never do unless you give them extra money. And when you said, I understand if things don't work out, it makes me feel like you're okay with not working with me anymore, which hurts so much after all this time. I really appreciate you, Nano, and it's your decision who you ultimately work with, but this is how I've been feeling. I feel like they're like gaslighting. They're going hardcore on this, bro. What is this? They're like, it hurts so much to read this. But like, this is like the nicest message ever. It's just like, hey, like, yeah, this is like toxic gaslighting, right? I don't know how to explain the best word for it. I don't want to get like canceled myself, but this is basically like, I got really hurt because you have feelings. And I've had this issue with women sometimes, or like even my mom. It's like, I'm telling you, I'm getting anxiety over what you're doing to me. And then they say like, well, it hurts knowing that you have anxiety, or it hurts that knowing that I'm hurting you. It's like, it's not about you for 1 second. It's about this person that you're kind of abusing right now. Like, this is like corporate abuse over here. It's crazy. I don't really see the point of keeping thinking about this being compared to blank, like basically trying to give like a reassuring message. You're already so much bigger. You've done so much good stuff. You know what I mean? Oh no, I saw that, but no. So let me backtrack. This is her boyfriend. So I didn't know that. I made a tweet to that, and I was like, yeah, I was going to drop this guy. I thought this guy was being annoying. No, that was his boyfriend. This red guy chat is her boyfriend. They live together. This is like a hidden boyfriend that they said is their manager. Instead, they got called out. So even then, unless they break up with the guy, which is even weirder than at this point, dude. It's like it's whatever. Like they're probably like in like having dinner right now, freaking out together or something. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, unless they broke up, and even then, that's crazy because they allowed this to happen for such a long time. That's also pretty toxic. So it's not me, but other people's opinions of us. I'm just trying to get us not involved in any drama. Other people want us to talk about comparing us. But see, like, they also compare themselves in private, you know? Like, crazy, dude. Sorry about this. My mental is just a bit weak. Like, bro, like, this poor artist is, like, saying, I'm so sorry for bringing this to you. I want you to get that money. Clearly not. This whole situation's kind of sucky. I just want to get along. Well, your boyfriend's completely shit-talking other women nonstop for weeks on end in Discord DMs. I don't know what else they're even saying, too, if they're saying this to the artists themselves. Like, what? Where's the professionalism? And I understand if things don't work out about this, it would be mostly if you hate me for not burning the other VTubers down from my list. I would never hate you. Like, at least this is, like, not as bad. But you can tell it's, like, a little iffy, because don't forget, this is their boyfriend. So, like, the boyfriend and manager at the same exact time. So anyway, they're saying I'll be doing okay. I talked with Red. I believe we already talked about this before. We have all these other dramas going on too as well, whatever. And they were canceling models. Started canceling other people's models and stuff like this to make sure they're all good too as well. And they dropped the, I understand what he means, but at the end of the day, it's just business. Of course, we love working with you and want to keep working together. But if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, I know it's for a reason for you to help grow and not because you don't like me. Being one of your first ever model people, it was really nice, blah, blah, blah. We give you plans in the future. I don't hate you at all. Like, really nice stuff over here. And like a lot of people are like, hey, like my friends are telling me it's a bit unfair to stop working with other people, rightfully so. So I do more work with SINDER, which I agree with them too as well. Like, are you guys seeing all the gaslighting going on? It's almost like fake niceties. One thing I've learned as a person is you have to mean when you're nice. It's very easy for you to be like, hey, go enjoy your night. Here, let's use a girl as an example. Let's say you're talking to a girl and you're like, hey, go and enjoy your night. Like, go have some drinks with your girlfriends, go to the bar, like, go read a book for the rest of the night. Like, go and take your... Yeah, it's also SILVERVALE too as well. Like, if you mean that properly, that's a good vibe. Hey, yeah, hey, go and enjoy your night. I unironically said that to a girl, like, today. I was talking to a girl, I'm like, hey, I took a lot of your time today. Go enjoy the rest of your night. I'll talk to you soon. Because I feel I did. And I felt like we had a good conversation and I enjoyed the time I had with them. So I'm like, go relax. And I don't want to message them again because that I feel that's completely taken my stuff away. Or sometimes even with Poacher, I'm like, Poacher, like, hey, bro, like, I'm going to steal you for an hour. And after that, like, go relax. I got nothing else. Like, go and chill. Like, I might message maybe for, like, fun gossip because he's just my friend. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you have to mean what you have to say. Like, it's sometimes hard. Like, sometimes I'm a yapper. I want to talk to people. But, like, you have to mean what you say. So if you go and say it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal on the low key, you're not being legitimate. And I think it's okay to say your feelings, you know? But, like, look at this. I agree you're a free artist and you should be able to do what you want, but I was under the impression I was then taking on more SINDER work is what you wanted to do. We're not gonna play Gartic Phone. I don't care if you get tired of the drama. Like, then leave, that's fine. I mean, what I said is still true about how we feel, but I wasn't saying you only had to do SINDER work from now on. Like, these guys are kind of like on the testy side, you know what I mean? I'm starting under the impression we were trying to make you only do work for us. I'll try to keep things more business talk and less emotional so that they can kind of like realize that these things got a little bit on the gross side, you know what I mean? I have not seen the document Silver release. We're gonna probably do that next. That is not me. I'm just being very, very like blunt because I'm in the mix of this, you know? I'm like, we're in the deep dive over here. So don't worry. This guy be testy? He's got none of them. Yeah, this guy's a little bit sassy, dude. Like, it's okay, you're just making a living and making a name for yourself. I can't blame you for accepting work from other big names in the industry and having a very desirable talent. But, like, it's like, so it just keeps going. Oh, just go. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm just, like I said, I'm just saying straight blunt to you. Thoughts on the NFL draft? I know you care deeply about this. I hope you're doing okay, my dude. Oh, yeah, we're on, like, some crazy, like, VTuber drama. Don't feel bad. Yeah, dude, just keeps on going, dude. We're like, in the hardcore lock right now. If you want to type in chat, I'll read it. I mean, I will respond proper, but let me know. But, like, they're like, hey, thank you for understanding my side. Clearly didn't understand their side because this is, like, 2 years later, you know? Like, you guys can just see this is, like, horrible. Like, there is so much. It gets worse, by the way. It does get worse. This is, like, the intriguing stuff. But they're like, hey, are we all good? Is this all fine? This feels like a breakup, dude. And I feel so bad for this VTuber, dude, or the VTuber model maker. But anyway, they did eventually go and cancel some models, and other big famous VTubers got a little bit upset on this one too as well, because like they're like, hey, give us all these details, give us all this drama, just like all this type of stuff, you know? And they just keep going, dude. They want her to recognize this person. They have this unspoken competition. It's just non-stop. Like, this guy is crazy, dude. They're unfollowing on Twitter. This guy is writing literal books, dude. And if they market it together, they can make so much money because this guy's the boyfriend, bro. He probably wants to marry this girl and get on like the money train, dude, because he's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? This guy is like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, look at this. Like, we can make $1 million. Like, yeah, this is like so insecure on both ends. This is ridiculous, dude. And it gets worse. I keep saying it gets worse. And they're talking about how they got unfollowed on Twitter. Well, it's like, maybe, bro, because you're going and sending literal books for years about how much you hate someone in the background, my dude. Maybe that's why. Maybe all this stuff is why people don't want to be your friend, bro. This is absolutely ridiculous. And this is only one person, let alone what happens to other people in the community or whatever, too, as well. Like, it's just nuts. Like, look, even like the artist is like, the unfollow is weird after all this other stuff. It's like, no one cares. So anyway, this was the first thing that kind of went public and everyone was kind of going crazy on this, being like, bro, there is so much, you know? Like, bro, always seen this type of stuff. It went everywhere, dude. You know what would fix this? Them getting some bitches? This guy, maybe like not realizing this guy is like kind of a little bit of a cuck a little bit. So anyway, what also happened too, on top of this, is there was two things. I'm not sure if the other document came out too as well. I can actually probably find it because I actually responded to the tweet over it. So there actually was another doc that came out. Like there's like a few. We'll try to go a little bit quicker now that you have like the big context of why this is bad. So anyway, there was a response over here. I'm trying to find my own tweet before I get like straight to it because I was involved in that too. It was a little bit. But basically, this girl also was cheating on this same boyfriend, dude. I have my tweet over here. Let me show you guys this. We're gonna go to my next one over here. So there is this tweet. I got myself involved, bro. I was on the tweet, man. I was on this, dude. I was sending some messages. I was vibing this up a little bit, you know? Anyway, saying, F it, my experience with SINDER. Trigger warning, cheating. This random person, the same red guy, I believe, got cheated on, dude. So this is back in the day before the SINDER person was more famous. Their name was Tashi. Basically being like, oh my god, you're so talented. We have these ASMR RP channel videos with 8,000 subs. Like, they're slowly growing. They're still on the early side. They can't wait to collab or whatever. They never made content, but they talked almost every single day. And then look at this. This is where it gets a little more juicy. Pretty much immediately, she was flirting with me despite, as you can see here, having a boyfriend. And both of us knowing she had a boyfriend, including regularly talking shit about him to me while telling me how great it would be if I were to replace him. It does sound familiar. I understand that I'm no angel in this myself, but hey, at least I can be honest about it. Besides, you said it's hard when your boyfriend is far, far away. I'm not your boyfriend, am I? Whoa, but how nice that would be. Your perfect boyfriend material. Oh, so you want to go at it behind his back? How sneaky. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like cheaters, dude. I don't like cheaters. This person kind of knew it and they're into it, dude. I didn't like that, man. There is a lot of immaturity. I will agree on the VTuber side. There's a lot of immaturity. This is the same person. This is that SINDER girl. That same girl who was gaslighting, like trying to get that artist all like basically blacklisted or whatever. This is the same person. Same person, dude. Same person. But they're saying, hi, honey. I've been talking to this guy about how badly I want him to F me since you wanted to buy a fleshlight instead of giving me any attention when I'm needy. This guy drops the F and oof, dude. I literally, why would you even need a fleshlight when you have a girlfriend? I kind of stand by that. Can you zoom in the page a little bit? Let me see if I can. Yes, I can, actually. Yes, I can. Good call. That is kind of true, though. If I got a girl, I'm going to tell you guys this. If I got a girl, I'm not getting no fleshlight. Like, she's my fleshlight. That sounds horrible. But you know what I mean? Like, she's like, let me word that better so I can at some point maybe get a girlfriend. Oh, God. Canceled. If I'm ever with a girl, I got my husband once. If I'm ever with my woman, I would prefer to be intimate with her over anything else. Yeah, if you like these conversations, come over to Twitch. If I ever have like a wife, girlfriend, I'd prefer to be intimate with her if I can. That's maybe better wording for it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes then like you have different needs, or maybe she's on a trip, maybe she's on her period, maybe she's just not feeling good, maybe she just doesn't want to. You got to respect that. But I do agree. Like, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know. Maybe when you're older, it's fine. Just do whatever. But yeah, me trying to get a girl from the future, not there. Basically, he sent me a screenshot a couple weeks ago telling me he was going to get one and had the nerve to use it in front of me to show how great it was. Wow, yeah, must be great. Yo, what the F? That's like me inviting you to a room so you can watch me someone else in all the ways I said I want to you. Isn't that great? I'm very slowly not feeling as bad. Thank you for getting a sub to Joystick. Thank you very much, Zero. Thank you. I'm slowly not feeling as bad for him all about this, because it did honestly leave a bit of a taste in my mouth that all this was happening while you're taken, but then, yeah, that's a bit, Did you tell him that was, and they're hurtful to you? He asked if I was okay with it, and after I explained how I felt, he told me it was too late to do anything about it because it got shipped and he kept it. Like, what? I mean, fair for it be it for me to give you advice, but it's your relationship, and the only one who can decide what is and isn't okay is you two. But that just sounds really sketchy to me also. Why do you ask if you're okay with it after you bought it? Two wrongs will make it right. As much as I enjoyed the it's not really right if you still want to be with him. I would either try to reconcile with him and what you need out of the relationship and step back from me a little bit, or maybe consider taking a break. I know that last part sounds coming from me, but I swear in my life, I'm not being scummy about it. That's really my opinion. I've been really stressed about... Sorry, I pressed the button on accident. I've been really stressed about everything, and talking to you makes me feel so much better. I don't want to lose what we have, but I'm such an awful person. I don't deserve it anyway. Let me go tell you guys something I've learned from like crazy gaslighty, like emotionally distraught women. I hate that line. I'm such an awful person. I don't deserve it anyway. I don't want to lose. We have to go and say. That is actually kind of a good point, though. He doesn't need permission. I do agree, though. I do. This is all weird. I do agree. I hate whenever women are like that. Like, I'm an alpha person. I don't deserve your love. I don't deserve your friendship. It's like, yeah, maybe be a better person. Then maybe I'd be your friend. Maybe, like, don't cheat. And then maybe people would like you, you know? I don't know. That's kind of hard logic to understand sometimes. Maybe, you know, maybe. But maybe just don't do that. Maybe. I don't believe... And then, of course, like, the guy has to respond like this because you kind of, like, don't want to make sure the woman's going to, like, cry herself to sleep or something, you know? I don't believe you're an awful person. They usually are awful people. Just want to let you guys know. Now I'm, like, more mature and I've gotten older and I've gone through this stuff. I believe that you're stressed, you're emotional, and you're looking for something to make it better. What happened to be me when he wasn't helping. Listen, take a break from what we have just for a little bit and see if you can get something out of him first. Like, I respect him for saying this. You can't really have both of us, plus it wouldn't be very fulfilling to me to just be the other guy. I'm in that same boat. You never want to be the other guy, you want to have your girl. You can do it, sweetie. I believe in you truly. Well, that's a nice response. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm not saying stop talking to me completely. I'll still be here to support you, whatever decision you end up making. I love you so much. I don't know how to thank you. Regardless, I'm always going to love you. Why are you being nosy? Because it's good gossip. Sorry, don't mind me. That's a rarity for me. I'm invested. It looked like something was going down there either way. It's called dear. Anyway, they were kind of crazy, you know, like they've been kind of going, yeah, I'll go, whatever. I was on the VTuber side making commissions too as well. Wait, and Cinder does want to be my friend? Only Tashi does? It's just easier not having multiple ongoing conversations, dude. I'll message you at this time in 2020 and you won't even remember who I am. I never forget you, dude. I do love my drama. Don't forget about me when you become a big popular YouTuber, dude. Anyway, so this girl was cheating on the same guy, the same red dude, who was also in the initial drama first and foremost. This was probably the most juicy stuff, I'd say. This is crazy, dude. This is absolutely crazy. They were together for a very long time, man. Absolutely nuts. Also, thank you again for the gift sub. Now that I had a chance to be done with that, rating-wise there for a second. So anyway, things got worse, dude. Believe it or not, dude. Because I think BAO had a document, right? If I'm correct, yes, I am. Yeah, I think so. Cheating launched him in the sun. Cheating, corporate espionage, drama, everything, dude. It's all over the place. It's crazy, dude. She probably did. I usually feel like cheaters like this probably will go and insult everyone, cheat on everyone. Like, they usually do. I think they usually would. So anyway, they basically had those type of conversations saying, like, my goal was trying to get this model. This is from BAO, I believe, like another popular creator. Nanolist was going to be the 2D live illustrator, and after she finished both the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad as I only had teased a screenshot of the model on Twitter, but I had grown very attached to the design, basically saying like, hey, I worked on this type of stuff and I want to go and make this. And then after hearing all this redacted information that came out, these are all her. BAO and these other people, COTTONTAIL, Shy Lily. So she, like all these things we covered at the very start, like 10 minutes ago, this was all through them. This is the same people. So basically BAO came out being like, hey, I found out this was my name that they were insulting. They were saying they'd been on my nerves, hijacking our YouTube editors, barking up the tree of our animators, and they're canceling these models. Like a lot of the stuff we basically covered up here before. Basically saying this is not what friends do. Friends do not sabotage other friends out of business opportunities. Friends do not spread lies and fuel selfish narratives. Friends do not use the private information they get from the privilege of being close friends to use it to manipulate other people. If stepping on your friends and abusing your power and connections is how you get to the top, then I realize no one will be left when you get there. Bro. That is a mic drop right there, and it's very true. Because don't forget, all these streamers are very similar size-wise. Like this BAO girl, I almost want to say is maybe even bigger. Shy Lily's also bigger. And one thing I noted when we went through all these tweets, because I even saw my friends even respond to some of them, I did not see a single person on Cinder's side. Everything is so, it is a little dramatic, but this is like millions of dollars. I understand, like fake friends and like I get it. I'm investing in this. In my opinion, like what's the point of having money if no one likes you? Like, yeah, you might still have a few thousand viewers, but like if you can't like share your fame, you can't share your friendship, you can't like do collabs with your friends, it's horrible. And now every single future person's gonna know about this, and they're probably not gonna trust you, and they're probably not gonna like you. You know, BAO going for, we've met BAO before. Not like that she would even remember me, just random passing by, but she was funny and she was cool. Like I like BAO. Like I'll give her credit. basically saying like, hey, you know, like we just have these models, you know, all this type of stuff. Here's BAO management saying, hi, Keyser, nice to meet you. I was watching your stream highlight from me and Cinder's collab, and I really loved your editing style and humor. I was curious if I could request a video edit from you every now and then if you have any availability. My name is BAO on Discord if you want to chat more. Thanks again. Hey, I'd love to go edit for you. Like, she just asked, and the guy says yes. This is like if Poacher has work, and maybe Poacher could also vouch this, because Poacher, I'm going to be editing videos with Poacher, but we're going hardcore. Like, I'm telling him I want to make like $1 million, and I want to like retire. Like, I want to go hardcore. I want to lock in. I want to get him out of Ohio. I want him to have like money so he can like have a good life. And I mean that because I can say it on my stream. Like, hopefully I seem like that type of person. Like, I kind of have enough myself, so I want my friends to like build up with me. Like, we can work together. Like, it's fine. But the issue is, you should never... Exactly. Pasta in my... I'm not really as much for me, but like I'd always vouch for pasta, is you'd want other people to work with your friends. Oh, we have ads? Oh, can you maybe delay it? Oh. Or should we just go run ads? I don't know. Wait, maybe we can run ads right this second, and I can just go yap about Poacher. Because it's not even a little side in tap. Why would you want him to get out of Ohio? Well, the Ohio is good lore. Yeah, run ads. Okay, we're going to run ads right now. I'm just going to go and say how much I like Poacher. Like, this is my own little side insert, okay? So I'll give you like the 60-second ad. I will be right back. 1 sec. All right. I hate that ads run automatically. I hate it. But this is going to be a long gap. Anyway, the idea for someone like Poacher is that you do not want to go and like take away art in like jobs. Like, Poacher needs money to live. And he also needs money for fun. Like, I want him to have money to like do laundry, to move if he wants to, save for a car, buy food, you know, like do something. Like, that's how life should be. And if you lose editing work, like, what if you can't pay your bills? What if you have to dip in your savings? It's horrible. Like, usually whenever I work at Poacher, I'm like, just you tell me what you want and I will give it to you. Like, I have the money for it. I'll just tell me, because it's how it should be. Like, you would know. I'm usually happy with them. Like, do whatever you want. So anyway, these people are horrible. Like, they are very, very mean. Like, they are rough. Like, they're stealing our business. It's like, then pay these people more, you know? So BAO has a lot of comments, but it's kind of just recapping all that type of stuff too as well. Like, hey, give me your rates and turnaround times for a video like the BAO experience one. Me and my editors loved it. You all, like, it's just nice. They're like, hey, like, we want to work with you. We like your editing style. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Yo, is it fine if going forward I don't get credit on video subscriptions? Okay. Think you'd rather be more in-house type stuff thing for BAO. And after this blank thing is done, it's the last commission I ever do for anyone besides BAO, and want to make a name for myself through my own content and nightly work from others. Like, that's cool. Like, this is good vibes. You know what I mean? Hey, BAO asking up front how much we charge for a thing. Base, that's what I usually do. That's like nice. Just like, hey, I have money. I'll make it happen. Like, it's fun. So basically, BAO didn't go too hardcore. It's just like, hey, like, this is very easy receipts. It's like, hey, we were just nice. We asked the guy. And like, this isn't drama, you know? Like, do you guys agree? Like, I kind of scrolled through it a little bit, but like, this doesn't seem like drama. It's like this girl had no issues with this SINDER person at all. They just sent some emails and the person was willing to work. Like, I think this SINDER person felt like they own these artists, whether it's like the Nanolist, who is the Vtuber model maker, or like the editors. Like, they don't do anything. We should not kill anyone. Absolutely not. No. But yeah, when it comes to this stuff, it's crazy. It's crazy that like just there's drama like from all this, but they cause it all, dude. They cause it all. Like, these guys are coming to these random documents basically saying like, hey man, like, it's like sickening to me. Like, it's so a non-issue, but it became an issue because they made an issue. They sent like 100 Discord DMs about someone just being like, hey, like, how much do you want to go pay you for like editing, you know what I mean? It's nuts. Like, this is stupid. Anyway, a lot of people like BAO, and I think a lot of people supported BAO over here too. And there is a lot of documents out here. There is a lot of documents over here. Basically, like, the band's saying like, hey, I'm BAO's channel manager. We have all these calls. Like, they encourage them to take their raise and all that type of stuff too as well. We could bite people in a video game. There's also other stuff like this, like spite person too. I think there's two more. We're getting a little bit closer because I think you guys have the big gist of this, so don't mind the yep. Basically saying like, hey, we love this Nanolist person. They're having great courage to bring this on up. And like, it's just crazy. They brought up all these things. Like, they bring up all this random drama, dude. Basically, I debuted my 2.0 live model in May 14th of 2022, and on that same day, she decided to post her debut announcement for a 1.0 live 2D model. Leading up to this time, I didn't know who SINDER was at all. I had no idea she had fire in her ears, or she was another hellhound. Like, this gets a little petty, but like, I get it. The creator space is broad. I still stumble across creators larger than myself I have never even heard of before. I never once stole her ideas. All I ever want is to try to be unique in my own way. They have like these cute little firefoxes, you know what I mean? I was doing this type of stuff too as well. It just kind of seemed off, and it kind of seems like she was trying to get as much attention as she possibly could go get in the near future. And then she made a new outfit, but then Cinder would release outfits for models with similarities to it. And they kind of see like they're going to have a lot of these similarities and like shared inspirations. And they're like, hey man, like what's going on with this too? Saying on July 20th, on 2022, Mau Live, my model mama, and I worked on a comfy goth girl outfit. I had rips in my t-shirt, a G-string. As a guy, I find this funny. Like I find that funny. I mean, whatever, you know, whatever. Shorts and a spiked wrist cuff. 2 weeks after Cinder debuted a similar outfit, I included the earliest image I can find of Cinder with this outfit. I received many negative comments about my design from people assuming that I copied her. I've been making my own Vtuber model. I'm actually kind of concerned about this. But I don't think anyone has anything similar to mine at all. I will tell you guys, my Vtuber model, dude, is very unique, in my opinion. No G-strings on mine. No G-strings on mine. And basically, everyone's calling them like off-brand Cinder and all this type of stuff too. Like it does people get mean too. Just wait, I wish I could wear one. Okay, so I discovered this merchandise that he used for Market, and I had to do a double take because of the gray-blue skin tone he used in the art. Several people thought it was me with similarities to the Spark as well. So basically saying like they couldn't even go and make their own art here in the first place, you know? Because like they just assume it's gonna be the Cinder girl, which just kind of just seems like a lot like more on the petty side too as well. But it just kind of seems like they just keep on copying them very, very similarly, and it leads into weird vibes. You can see how it's like, you know, like the white on white vibes, like slightly different layout or whatever. But so like thematically, it's very, you know, it's very similar. Which this is a little bit like a maybe a little reach on my end, but like I understand though it can get really annoying. Like this is a lot of effort and stuff too as well, like over time. I don't think this is that bad though. Like I personally don't think this is necessarily too bad, in my opinion. It's still negative though with all the other context involved, I will say. Like basically someone just keep on doing like, you know, all this stuff. So I'm gonna say I will not disclose who the Cinder was without their consent. The Cinder expressed to me that they were getting bullied by Cinder and certain members of Cinder's community because she too had fire in her ears. I never responded to the DM because I want to stay away from the drama as much as possible. And they're like, oh. So basically this one, like I said, this is like not as crazy as like the gaslighting, manipulation, everything else. But like it kind of just shows that this girl was maybe being a little bit more toxic than people would expect, and with a somewhat consistent level to it. This one to me is like still bad. Like my heart goes out to the girl, but I think the other stuff had a lot more legitimate proof and timestamps and controlling people, you know, stuff like that as well. But I mean, it's still bad. My heart goes out to them. And then last but not least, we're almost done. This is SILVERVALE. So for context, SILVERVALE has like 500,000 followers. BAO has 600,000. Cinder has like 300,000. Like these are all pretty big content creators, you know, at the end of the day. So it's the very last one. This is the one for Cinder, or this is with Cinder and I believe SILVERVALE. Very tail end. We're almost done. We can talk about other stuff. If you guys want to also chime in your opinions on this, you guys totally can. I think this was the cheating one. We can close the cheating one for here. Which one is this one? So we have a few docs open, so I'm trying to make sure we're all good over here. Which one is this? This is the Wolfie one. I think it's this one. Yeah, my VTuber model may or may not have pants. That's a 50-50 of this one, dude. Okay. So anyway, as you guys saw in the original drama, this was the other person. I believe it was SILVERVALE, BAO, and Shy Lily. All three of these women are the ones that were mentioned specifically. So you guys probably remember this at the very start of all this type of stuff. Hey, it's your favorite drama? I actually have been very invested in this, I'll be honest. I shouldn't have to say this, but me putting out this statement is not a call or an excuse for anyone to turn this situation to a witch hunt. It kind of did a little bit, but whatever, it's probably somewhat deserved. Well, I want to see the Cinder girl's response. I'm actually invested. My intention for making a statement is strictly to give myself closure from the events of the past years and clarify how I've been personally affected. I debate if I even want to say anything after being asked if I wanted my name in the original document censored, but they're like, hey man, it got worse, let's go talk about it. Basically, I want to know, as others have thought through a majority of the messages are from Redacted, Singer's manager, I find it impossible that she acted solely in his own intentions because they, as you guys saw in the other document, were actually dating, dude. They were actually dating. So you guys can kind of go and see, they're talking about like stolen ideas, all the VTuber stuff, don't work with other people, etc, etc. Like a lot of the stuff we already covered. Basically saying like this, they were just kind of chiming in and saying like, I was this person, I've been a friend and client of Nano for years, which she even confirmed, and seeing how she was manipulated and abused by Cinder and Red makes me livid. She's an absolute sweetheart. I thought she was nice and just wants her clients to be happy. It breaks my heart to see how she was treated like a tool and a resource to be used for growth rather than a talented living person, and gaslit into somehow believing that how she was being treated was okay. I am so proud of Nano I'm trying so hard. We're almost done. Basically, like, I'm just giving you guys the nitty gritty. This is like some crazy stuff. I am so proud of Nano for having the courage to come forward to the affected people with all of this and let everyone know how they were being unknowingly sabotaged. I've spoken to her privately, and I want to be clear that I have no ill will or hard feelings towards Nano for involvement to this. Basically, this is like them calling out SINDER, protecting the Nano, who is like a VTuber artist mama, and COTTONTAIL, BAO, and Shy Lily were all getting like, I kind of like the Undertale. It's actually been kind of keeping me locked in a little bit. Yeah, and this is horrible, dude. It's like, I'm so proud of Nano for having the courage to come forward for the affected people and all of this and let everyone know how they're being unknowingly sabotaged. I've spoken to her privately and want to be clear that I have no ill will or bad feelings for them too is all. This is like the big stuff. This is 22 pages, but some of these are pictures too as well, so it's not as bad. It's also a big fun. So this is like the last kind of big thing, because it's all from like two big VTubers fighting each other right now. Discovering that all of this was going on behind the scenes has been gut-wrenching. I would agree, that's horrible. I've had friends say stuff like this to me in private. It's not fun. I didn't know SINDER, we weren't friends, and we had barely talked. Even writing this, I do not understand what I could have possibly have done to warrant the level of malice and cruelty shown. In our private interactions, I was as cordial as possible, but I wasn't interested in associating with her professionally or being her friend. She had some crazy screenshots. I think I remember seeing this. From the few uncomfortable interactions I did have with her, I had gotten the vibe that her primary goal was to climb the social and content ladder and grow her brand. I am fully aware how common that attitude is and that it's just how you grow in this sphere, but I personally don't have the emotional fortitude or bandwidth to have friendships for the express purpose of growth. I kind of get that same vibe, actually. For the record, I think it's fine to have that view. It's totally cool, but it's not their vibe. The only time I've actually talked to her directly was during my meet and greet at TwitchCon 2023. I just finished my meet and greet and I was wrapped up. She walked directly to the screen to meet me. I had someone else take a picture of us together. I was not informed of this picture or asked permission for it and only knew about it once I saw it on Twitter later on. Stopped by to say hi to my meet. Wolf Girls too as well. There's them. Of them saying hi. Also, SINDER, I really love meeting you and want to collab, so I told her I'd let you know, and I can throw you guys in a group chat if you're interested. Hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I prefer to not do collabs. No worries, hope you have a good weekend. Thanks, I'm trying to just stay busy and lots of real life stuff coming up, lol. Sorry for not being interested in collabs. I like doing my own thing, but I'm always open to messages. Hope everyone at the con did fine. So I don't watch American Twitch VTubers, but what about if it was me? I'd get some good stuff. Although there is a lot of drama, I feel like, in the American scene. I think the Japanese, like the V-Shoujos and all them, they do kind of a good job. Like, they kind of stay out of the drama. I'll give them credit. Besides, like, when it's corporate drama. So after the meet and greet, she contacted my manager at Mythic to ask me to collab with her. I told them I would rather not collab, but accepted her friend request on Discord after turning her down. In private DM, she reached out and asked me to do merch or another various collab. I don't count. Let's go. I'll take it. I'm going to be a good VTuber, I promise. I will always prioritize my mental health and peace over any potential profit that would make me feel used transactionally and put me out of my comfort zone. Hi, Silver. Sorry for getting back to you late. I've been super sick from TwitchCon. I guess a lot of us got sick after the last couple parties. We had a good time at your meet and greet. It was nice to see you there. But yeah, no worries if you don't prefer to stream together. My manager suggested something more. So like sponsorships, merch, music, or some kind of other project together too as well. We can maybe work with too as well. It's been super hectic and busy for everyone, but I hope you feel better. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm not really interested in transactional relationship with anyone as well. Kind of crazy. So like I said, and this basically just kind of saying like over here too, they had a potential to make a lot of money. We saw these before, it's whatever. And then this Nanolist person had to go and cancel the model from all like the guilt tripping and all the drama, saying my manager told me I have to cancel the most comms possible for healthy reasons. I've been working too hard and getting into me. This is where Silver's like, I was looking forward to this. I love your art so much. It's totally okay though. I understand. Prioritize your health and make sure you're okay. Please go relax. Do you know if you'd be able to do it next year at all? Don't feel pressure or anything, just asking, which I thought was nice. Saying, I'm sorry, it hurts me a lot too, but I believe I can still get your model for next year. Yeah, I know I have a ton of your plate and can't imagine how stressful it must be. Do you still think you can still do the gamer subs tub art? Oh yes, illustrations are okay. Like, good vibe. Good stuff. And then they had to go ask if they canceled the model too as well in private, which they did actually have to, and it got pretty bad after that, saying, hey Silver, I just got your gamer sub stuff in the mail. Looks amazing. It's so cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch, since she's both our model mamas, and she's only saying this to basically go and butter her biscuit because she's a horrible person. SINDER and Redacted have spent years sabotaging me for no understandable reason. I have never done anything to warrant this other than just existing as SILVERVALE. They actively sought to get my models and art canceled, and based on the messages I have seen and shared above, seem to not have any second thoughts about doing so. It's hard to express how crushing a feeling it is to be talked about so cruelly and maliciously without my knowing, and to know opportunities and friendships were taken away for what I can only assume is spite and insecurity. There is no end to the amount of anxiety I feel knowing that if these rumors were expressed to Nano, I have to assume they were expressed to others as well. I've had streamers go and shit talk me in private, and it's horrible, because you never know exactly what everyone else is trying to go and say. And sometimes it's even just pure lies, dude. Sometimes it's been pure lies and they're just making up stuff to yap and trying to make me look bad. It's kind of bad. Usually whenever I ever go and shit talk someone, at least it's true and I can back up my statements, I've definitely had people go and shit talk me and lie about it. They lie about me for no reason. I'm like, I don't even talk to you. Like, why are you even saying this? It's crazy, dude. People online are very, very socially inept. Fucking people. So that's pretty much it. That's like you guys want to give your random wind downs. That was kind of a long time. I did record that. That was a 55-minute long session of us going through random VTuber drama. But this was kind of crazy, dude. This is kind of crazy to me, dude. I heard that scrubbing guy was bald. They were getting there. So the high level is that this girl went into all of these, like in these private DMs, mostly her boyfriend. They try to say it was like a manager or whatever. It was their boyfriend, who they also cheated on, as you guys maybe saw if you guys were following on through. They unironically cheated on the same boyfriend who also caused all this drama. I'd be very surprised if they stayed together another month from now, to be fully honest with you guys. And this woman, SINDER, was in private insulting all these different VTubers, all these different people. It is nuts, dude. You're gonna tell everyone I have a big pee-pee in private? Thank you. Okay, thank you. But yeah, that's what happened, dude. This is crazy. So basically, one VTuber caused all this drama by them thinking that there was drama. They were the drama. Because they were the drama, everyone now hates them. Like, do you guys understand how crazy this was? Like full level? Like, you had like 3 of the other bigger than you VTubers that you just insulted for whatever reason in private. And like all 3 of them found out, and all 3 of them called out SINDER, being like, hey, you're a horrible person because we never had any drama with you. Like, one just had boundaries and don't do collabs. That's totally fine. One, like, just asked to work with one of your editors too as well. Yeah, I think some people are saying that SINDER is going to clearly attempt to throw all the blame onto Red to dump out to a clean slate, which I don't think is a good vibe. I don't like that. Marketing wise, I think people are already calling her on that though. Like, people on Twitter being like, hey, you're still a grown woman. Hey, you still have to handle this yourself. Hey, like you were still a part of this. You allow this. You were dating this guy, and/or is your manager. Your manager does represent you. If it's your boyfriend, it really represents you, especially if you're like dating for like 5-6 years. Like, you can't always have your spouse speak on your behalf, but like you kind of can, you know. If they're your manager, they are representing you. So you can't really use that excuse, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people in the VTuber world were also calling it out. So what do you guys think? Some of you guys may not care, completely that's fine, but if you guys listen to any of this, what do you guys think? Because I'm about to wind down this segment over here. Yeah, she's gonna have a new VTuber debut called Ember. I personally think the SINDER person really overstepped. I'm not sure how they can make this right. A genuine apology, maybe give some money towards this artist and like just be like, hey, here's like $10,000 for like your stress. I'm rich, you know? Like, I'll hook you up maybe. Try to get some goodwill, apologize to all these people properly, and you may not be friends with like the BAO or COTTONTAIL, but like properly apologize both publicly and privately, dude. Yeah, it does seem really black and white. I don't think many people are defending the SINDER person because this was really bad. And I mentioned before, like the BAO tweets, the COTTONTAIL tweets, a lot of VTubers are like on their side, basically being like, BAO's really cool, BAO's really nice, COTTONTAIL's really sweet. All these big people, you know. Well, the bigger thing is because it's such a big scale. I think that's why it's kind of juicy drama. Like, this is like basically corporate espionage with like really huge, like hundreds of thousands of followers, people, you know. Yeah, I think you have to be fully accountable. I agree on that. I never really follow the larger VTubers all that much. Same. I don't really like large chats. I'm not like a big fan of those streams too as well. It loses the personal vibe. I don't follow any of these 3 people. I know them though. They should make an apology video, take a month off, and come back with an event stream the usual. That probably actually what happened though. That's the funny thing. Although VTuber people are a little bit more parasocial, so this is gonna probably stick on them for a while. Like, in VTubing world, kind of like your word is your bond a little bit. So yeah, I like Shy Lily and BAO. I walked by Shy Lily at TwitchCon and we talked with BAO. They both seem cool. Like, I like their vibe. They seem like decent people. I've seen their content a little bit. I don't really, people always make fun of me. I don't really watch VTubers. I've maybe watched like 3 VTubers in the last like 4 months, maybe, like properly. And like, I just know VTubers. I just become friends with VTubers, and like that's how I hang out with them. I'm not really a VTuber enjoyer per se. I will most likely become a VTuber. I have a model being made. But like at the end of the day, I'm not like a huge VTuber person. I appreciate it. I like the artwork of it. I will be one myself. I think it's fun. But I just meet my friends. Like I've met people, you know. We are still recording for YouTube. We're about to wind down. Well, there will probably be 3 people who will watch this video because I'll put it on my second channel. Unironically, like 3 people. But you know what? We'll see what happens. They definitely need to have a ukulele for the apology video. I think a genuine apology and being a better person could maybe clear this up, but I think all these big people like COTTONTAIL, BAO, SILVERVALE, whatever, I think all these people will never want to interact with this girl ever again. And I already looked on her social blade and she's lost a lot of like followers already. And she hasn't even streamed yet or done her own statement. Like her one statement was just, hey, I'm dropping this redacted guy as my manager, which once again, they're dating. So like what's really being dropped at the end of the day? So I just think this SINDER person really messed up. I don't know how they can come back. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think they might be donezo. And I don't even know that much about VTuber stuff, but like I said, this is very parasocial. Like this is basically a lot of big content creators saying you are a mean person and I'm disappointed in you. So I think a lot of these SINDER people are bad. Yeah, just don't be a bad person. Or if you are, like, don't, like, do it with your friends. Can I be honest? This is like a streamer hot take. If you want to, like, insult someone, shit talk people, whatever, dude, do it with your friends in private. Like, you really shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't be insulting people or being mean to people or whatever it might be. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, talk to your boy. Like, this should be a conversation her and her boyfriend should be having and, like, venting. You know, but like just as a vent, it's like I feel maybe insecure. I feel like I'm not getting as many viewers. I'm getting compared a lot. What can I do to make that better? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's more of like a mass slipping moment. Yeah, exactly. I do feel bad if you liked her. I never really watched her too much, but I do feel bad if you liked her. She definitely seemed to burn a lot of bridges and definitely a lot less collabs too. Like I could see that. I don't know. Like this sucks. Like I feel bad for them, but I feel worse for the people who got hurt. Like these mean comments and everything. You know what I mean? Like, I generally do feel kind of bad. So I think that's it. You should record all your private conversations just in case. In all honesty, probably, dude, probably. Like, but probably, dude, probably. Especially in the whole Twitch world, it's like, it's nuts. But yeah, this is kind of the high level. Even though I like bashing you, you're a nice person. I try to be nice. I hope I'm nice. Hopefully I'm like, okay. Like, fingers crossed I'm okay. Fingers crossed. But that's pretty much the end of this. Like, I do think at the end of the day, the SINDER girl really needs to apologize bad. Like, no hate on them. Like, this was rough. This is rough. I'm not sure. I'm not the BAO or COTTONTAIL, so I'm not sure exactly their standards of like what is good for them, what's bad with them or whatever. I don't know. But like, yeah, dude, this sucks. So we'll see. Like, if there's any good follow-ups, I'll let you guys know. Because this is like a lot of stuff. Like I think the cheating part was one of the worst. Like the fact this person was their boyfriend and they cheat on them, I think that was horrible. At the end of the day, I think that's bad. You also have to be really careful what you say online too as well. You do have to. I don't usually, I'll gossip, but I don't think I'm that much of a gossip, depending, if it's with my best friends, I am. Like, if you look at my DMs, maybe with, like, Poacher, Guy, like, some of these other people, like, my besties, they, like, they give them the raw, but I think they also understand, like, I sometimes just want to get off my chest or complain about stuff, or, you know, like, 'cause I feel like it's better to get off your chest and talk about it than not. But I also try to be, like, objective, or if I mess up, or over time, if I, like, I try to grow off of my drama or trauma, you know? It hurts a lot. It really does. She was a light for many. She didn't seem cool, but it seemed like a lot of people liked her. Did I hear my name? Yeah, I was just kind of saying, like, what I said, guys, that you can still insult people. I'll already come in a second. Like, you can insult people, but, like, it's weird to have a crossover. Like, I was kind of saying it's very nice to have proper friends, where this was enlightening. I'm surprised you watched the entire thing. I was trying to go and say is like, you can still like have issues with like the industry. You could have issues with people, drama, but that's why you need to have a good support system, your friends. Like, I don't always like being negative. And if I ever have drama or issues with people, I want to grow from it. Like if I have an ex or something and I messed up or there's a weird vibe, I want to grow so it doesn't happen again. If I lose a friend, I want to know why that happened so I can not do that again. If I insult people business-wise or mess up on a YouTube video or Twitch stream or I really mess up at all, I want to do better, you know? And I probably won't believe a single apology this girl put out too as well. But we'll have to see. Like, I mean, yeah, the wait and see part is gonna be the weirdest thing out here. And she also very easily threw her boyfriend underneath the bus as well. And like no one even knew it was their boyfriend publicly, and that's even worse. It hurts a lot, it really does. She was a light for many and the inspiration for me to hit the go live button. As for many else, others, it shouldn't necessarily want her to fail, but she needs a lot of accountability. I actually agree that this is hard to come back from as a content creator. And it sucks. Like I wish the best for her, but she needs to earn the best, if that kind of makes sense. But I do know there was a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of VTubers were upset because this is like what got them into VTubing. I got into Twitch just because I thought it was fun. You know, watching StarCraft and stuff and League of Legends back in the day. I'm like, let's just go do it. Sounds like a fun vibe. Like I was here before, like you can even make money. But some people are like, they get inspired. Like they could be a woman content creator, woman in gaming, woman like being powerful and stuff. Like I respect the women mindset on that a lot. But so it sucks seeing that, you know? Yeah, she kind of started to come back. I do agree on that. The way she instantly turned on her partner like that, you don't do that unless you're a crazy person. I was maybe thinking, this is just my own parasocial take, that maybe the boyfriend is probably not making that much money. Maybe he's been with her for like 5, 6, 7 years. Maybe he kind of knows she's kind of a bad girl, bad quote unquote. And then like maybe he's just trying to lock in, you know what I mean? Like maybe he somehow was dating this girl who's a multi-millionaire and he's like, hey, I'll be your manager. Like I don't even have a job. I'll be your manager and like I'll make sure everything's all good and I know what you like. And at the end of the day, it can kind of bite them a little bit on their butt. But yeah, I have no idea. You can say if you want. I'm on the wind down for this, but yeah, I'm curious. That's my guess. That the guy somehow found like this popular VTuber girl who somehow like blew up and is making some probably good money right now. And then he's like, well, let me go and try to just simp for this girl and like roll with this girl. I mean, I'm just not really sure myself, but it kind of seemed like that. Like, let me try to manage you. I'll be a little bit more overly into people. And like, you got to protect your brand because he's probably, this is me just guessing. If he was with her before she got big, this is just her being a trashy person. Well, it could be 50-50, but I do agree with that take a little bit. But I'm trying to say, like, sometimes you go and talk to a girl or whatever, and yeah, I just role play. What from that or for what? So if you weren't aware, her parents are very involved in her VTubing, so I can't imagine how awful her parents. Oh, I'm sure her parents are actually maybe some parents don't care. Like, this might be my own hot take, but maybe the parents would just be like, nah, girl, like, you did nothing wrong. You know, like, some parents are just like that. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. His job was to be her manager. He was her boyfriend long before she was popular. Yeah. No, I get that. But I'm not sure. Like, maybe, like, sometimes relationships can change. I don't want to assume this. It's bad for me to kind of do that because we don't know like their true intentions, but it's kind of like this guy got cheated on. Like, I'd probably break up with the girl, but maybe he's like, I found this golden wheel. This girl's a millionaire. We order food every day. I don't have to work. I'm just chilling. Like, I don't know. I don't know their personal life. I have no idea. But yeah, her parents are her self-proclaimed biggest fans too. That does probably suck. That's why I almost like that my family doesn't know much about my stream. Because if I ever got canceled and my family saw like a tweet longer or something, bro, that is rough. Okay, I did make a recording of this one. Let me upload it on YouTube. We can keep talking about it, but I think like that's kind of like a final take. I feel bad. I feel bad mostly for the artist. She was the real one who was the real victim here. That was a very difficult situation for her to be in. I feel bad for all the big content creators like the BAO, COTTONTAIL, and all them. I will say it does hurt. It doesn't take away the hurt, but at the end of the day, this probably worked out really well for them because now people are kind of more on their side. Sometimes there is a silver lining to it all. I'm sure they'd rather not go through this drama and have a friend too as well. Oh, Cinder was also mostly paying for her family's custom built house as well. Ooh. I'm sure she'll still have good money for it, but she's probably going to have to take a break a little bit and probably take a little step back and probably going to take a little hit too as well. For sure. I think he found out she was cheating on him before the document was released, so I kind of feel bad for him too. Yeah, I'm curious if how much of that was actually known. Like, was that like a long-term thing? Did they just find out? Like, imagine this guy, like, I mean, he was kind of a dick though. But like, imagine he now lost his job, lost his girlfriend, found out he got cheated on, everyone on the internet hates him. Like, ooh. She'll probably be back. I think most content creators probably would. It's like too much of a lucrative career to not do it, but we'll see. We shall definitely see. It kind of makes me never want to really watch her too as well. Just because I never really did before. So I guess we'll see, but I guess that's the end of our YouTube video. I think there's gonna be like 3 people who watch this because this is like an hour-long video, but you want to why not? It was kind of fun. It's a fun little stream content for me, so I'll take it. I think it's all for watching on the YouTube end.